watch the bond market. The bond market is the basis, it's the backbone of all markets. It is the risk free, meaning default free, probably default free, interest rate that determines what all asset returns are going to be. And when there is a breakdown of the supply demand picture for the bond market, you see a certain type of market action. You see long rates rising relative to short rates. You see the currency go down. You see gold go up because there's a movement out of that bond market.
That's what's happening.
Because there's a supply and demand imbalance. When that happens, that raises interest rates and it puts the Federal Reserve and other central banks in a bind. That supply demand imbalance, in order to deal with that, when there's not enough demand, they're torn between allowing interest rates to rise and have the negative effect that that has on markets and the economy, or coming in and printing money, essentially, and buying bonds in order to provide the demand for those bonds that aren't there. And that produces inflationary pressures.
Okay. They are going to turn this printing machine back on because so Robert Kiyosaki posted this, and I waited for a little bit to see, and you can pull this up, and I'm going to show you an article around this as well. He put the end is near. What if you threw a party and no one showed up? That's what happened yesterday. This was yesterday, so he's talking about the day before. The Fed held an auction for U.S. bonds and no one showed up. So the Fed quietly bought $50 billion, just what Ray Dalio said, of its own fake money with fake money. The party is over. Hyperinflation is here. Millions of young and old will be wiped out financially. The good news is gold will go to 25,000, silver to 70,000, Bitcoin to 500K, then to 1 million. The big print, this is really important. The title of Larry Lepp's latest book is on this. Please read it. Okay. The end I have been warning the world about is here. He says, may God have mercy on your souls. Now, I'm not as pessimistic as he is. I'm excited about this because we can position ourselves. Okay. We can be fearful of this. I have no fear. God and Jesus Christ have our U.S. Treasuries drop after week 20-year bond, a week 20-year bond auction. Basically, they went to go auction the bonds and nobody showed up. Remember, most of our debt is held outside the United States, 30%. Tons are held by Japan and China. Okay. So what happened is nobody's buying bonds. People, the big money is now running out of bonds into assets like gold, Bitcoin. Now Bitcoin is outpacing gold and people buying Bitcoin in America.